Yeah, I said it, kill the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from hunger pain.
Who that be? Who that is? Who that person? Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, coming with another wonderful episode of, that's right, NERDSoul on screen. We talk about TV, talking about the movie, talking about that live action. And today we talking about, oh yeah, Cobra Kai. Ice. Oh man, we're gonna have some cool people roll through today and fall through and all that jazz. But right now, I'm not by myself. Right over here, I'm joined by the awesome, 50% of the dynamic duo from the South. Coop of Blerd-ish, what's up?
50% of the podcast team, 100% of the business, or 99.99% of the business and the books and all that. And yeah, man, I'm happy to talk some Cobra Kai. It's becoming a new tradition for us late millennial aging people to kick in the new year with Johnny Lawrence and them.
Yeah,
while they still kicking. You know, why Omnicron acting the fool, might as well kick in the new year with your friends, which is one of your favorite TV shows.
Gotta do what you gotta do. So we do have most likely RJ the Nerdy Brew coming through. So I want to give a shout out to anyone who's early on the chat or early in on the replay. Like we might have just streamed and you ain't here already. So much love to you. Thank you for sliding through. I want to start. You know what? I'll first say this, Mr. Cooper. How are you feeling about this season? Are you feeling good? Did you feel like you got what you paid for? Well, I mean, not really what you paid for, but you do pay for Netflix, but you know what I mean.
I will say, yeah, like for the most part, I think it's slightly a deviation from season 3.
Okay.
But this is a good season to get that level of season 3 again in season 5. Like I see what they did. I like what they did, and you know where they're going. But it's one of the easiest binges ever in TV, in Netflix history.
It really is kind of easy to watch this show.
I watched it twice. I watched it once. My wife, look, I got my wife into it over the past couple of years, or actually during the pandemic, I got my wife into it. We watched all the seasons. So she was like, "How dare you watch Cobra Kai without me?" I said, "Baby, I'll watch it again. I'll watch it again. Like, turn that bug on." Look, she was hooked. Watched it all the way last night. She had to know what happened.
I got my wife watching it. After we finish this season, we're gonna go back and watch the films. Like it's. I truly believe on the pie chart of fandom or whatever, this show has like a great amount of like nostalgia, cheesiness, real fight choreography. It's got the perfect amount. Like it's cheesy, but not like over. Like, they don't overstep the cheese.
Venn diagram. This is something that boomers like, millennials, Gen X, and Gen Z. Like we all love Cobra Kai. Like if you had to just do breakdown, you can find somebody of any age group that like it for various reasons.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah, definitely. Like this show works in a way where you'd be like, what? How is this show working? How does this show make sense? And you just get sucked in. Like you just
It's
get sucked in with the
good writing.
story and like
It's
the high drama, the low drama, the
the
cheesiness,
humor, the
the
cheesiness.
humor.
The cheesiness
It
is key.
really works, man. This season works. So like for me, am I up on this season? Yes. Am I still interested in watching this?
Yes.
Yes. I don't
I
like
want more.
in my mind, someone tells me, "Hey, we're gonna have a show called Cobra Kai. It's about the Karate Kid lore and Johnny and Daniel in their like 40s or whatever." I'd be like, "Man, you know what trying to watch that." And
40s,
then
they
you
50.
watch it, and you're like, "Yo, I love
It's
this show."
good. And I wouldn't even
Man.
say, one thing, like how you say about the cheesiness, the show knows what it is, and it knows it's like a roller coaster ride. It knows when to bring you down and then to drop you off a cliff and then to have it ease and to have when it takes a little funny picture of you and you laugh at yourself. That's what this thing knows what to do. And more importantly, what they did this season, they knew who to draw the focus back off on and when to kind of ramp up the focus on the characters. But you can see the people who are big characters that got more speaking lines last time, they kind of faded away or it might be shifted around.
Yep.
And more on that later.
So with that, Big Pain, big shout out to Big Pain for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Anyone who's in the chat right now, we're about to get started. If you want people to come in, feel free to share this. Please share. Do subscribe, share, hit that thumbs up, all that stuff. Because look, bottom line is YouTube ain't gonna be helping me. Y'all, I need y'all help. YouTube ain't gonna be putting me out there. I need the help from the people. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to, of course, all y'all that are subscribing, liking, sharing this, talking about me, whatever, all that good stuff, because it helps. And it looks like we might have. Hold up, do we have some? Oh, we might. I think we got one more person coming through. So I'll say with this season, not only did we take time to focus on new people, but I think we focused on new people in a way that helped make sense and really allowed it's weird. It allowed our old stick in the muds to grow. Even though they didn't grow like we thought they were going to grow, they still grow. I mean, they still grew.
But consider who we dealing with. The fact that there's any growth season by season, and they truly have their rivalry. But I'll say this: as far as Daniel, I guess as we start breaking it down, Daniel and Johnny have, I think, realized this. And I think they're going to say this before the end of the series. Like, you know what? You really are like my brother, because these are single children. They have no siblings that we know of.
Yeah.
So they are raised by sometimes single parents, even though Johnny had his parents, his stepdad, shout out to Ed Eisner, who passed away. He did great. I miss him on the show because he used to rip into Johnny's ego.
Ooh.
Heavy.
Boy, did he.
But and just Ed Eisner, man. He had a great voice did some of your favorite cartoons out there and anime and other stuff. But so I think they realized, like, you know what? I don't like you, but I respect you. But I respect what your higher goal is and your higher purpose. I don't like you, but you really do care about the kids. And remember how rocky it was in season 1 and 2. They're like especially Daniel was ripping into him, and rightfully so. He's like, "Look, man, I know I might be this, but if you're gonna do this with these kids, you can't be doing this." And he had some points, like, "Yo, I might be kind of a rich stuck muckety muck, but I ain't out here having kids jump over buildings." I know that was a little cheesy, but I ain't having them in warehouses doing some.
He said, "Don't breathe too much because there's mold in the corner."
I know that's funny.
How you gonna take laps and don't breathe too much?
But Johnny needs a steady paycheck because eventually we need to see him get his dojo back.
All right, cool. Now, Big shout out to the chat. I want Malcolm Lee, Big Pain, Geeky Andre. What's up to y'all? Anyone else who might be getting their lurk on? Going in right now, put in your MVP for this season, because we're gonna start with them early with our MVPs of the season. Because you know what I'm saying? I know we usually say MVPs to last, but we coming with a dessert first. You know what I'm saying? Then we gonna give y'all the meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying?
MVPs, huh?
So
MVP.
my MVP of the season, honestly, is Moon. Here's why.
Is who?
Moon.
Moon?
Yep.
The hippie girl.
Yep. Here's why.
Okay.
Because Moon gave Eli the power of love. You know what I'm saying? She gave that. See, it was looking bad for Miyagi-Do. All right? It was looking bad for Miyagi-Do right there. There was we don't know where we gonna be. And then look, Eli was feeling down. You know, he had gotten beat up. He got his hair cut off. He felt that was his mojo. It was lost. All right? He had no purpose. All right? And then the other kids came around. He was like, look at your lip. Ha, ha, ha. All in his face. And the boy was feeling like, I don't know where to go. I'm lost at sea. I have no lighthouse or no life raft or any kind of thing to pull me to shore. But Moon brought the power of love. All right? Not only one kiss. Oh, double down with the extra kiss. All right? And held strong. She was like, you my man. Go on out there, get him. And then he jumped up on the platform and said, ha! Now I was like, there you go. That's what I'm talking about right there, boy. That Moon, even though we only saw her for like 2 episodes, Moon came through. Moon came through at a crucial point.
Can I, instead of giving Moon MVP, can I give her 6-man award?
Okay. 6-man award. All right.
6-man award. Because the 6-man is valuable. The 6-man hypes the team up, pump you up, come in, drop about 30 points, made I play 5 games in a row. We only saw her for 2 episodes. They can't give her MVP, but she did. And I told my wife this, and my wife was like, she don't really care. But she like, you know, Hulk is like, whatever. I said, nah. I said, he about to whoop that boy. he about to kill him. I said, first of all, Moon, it's funny. Like, I'm not gonna try to be too curious. They're like, first of all, she don't even look like a high school student anymore. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because that's the thing about.
She look like she's 30.
That's the thing about people at this age playing like older college kids. You get that one weird year where it's like, nah, you a grown man. Like you a man. Like you ain't a kid no more.
She's almost like, because all the kids are like, cool. The older kids are like 25, 26, 27 now.
Yeah.
So
remember, this is the 4th season. This is the 4th year of this. Miguel came back up here looking like, yo, who's this grown man with a kid's haircut?
He ain't skinny no more. He like, and they all like buffed up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's even the girls are buffed up. Are like,
it's like you got way too many muscles and you way too tall to just be in high school. Like, you a grown woman now. But I mean, we know y'all supposed to be in school, so we pretending in the minds we in school.
I'm just saying, Hulk, I would have whooped old boy too. If Hulk like, yeah, I'm back. And you heard the little eagle? Like,
yep.
He jumped up. Oh yeah, like he back. But I do move 6-man.
Okay. So who's your MVP?
I might have co-MVPs. I'm gonna go to the dark side, baby. Terry Silver is definitely one of my co-MVPs because, see, Terry one of them people, and I believe in it. Sometimes leave well enough alone. You don't touch a tiger by the tail. You don't come at the king of the jungle and all this when they want to be left alone. Okay. Mm-hmm. You know I'm crazy. I'm gonna act a fool. And when Terry get warmed up, Terry is, in a way, I ain't gonna say a better villain. He's the only person who can make me feel a slightly sorry for Kreese.
Yeah, because
Kreese saved him, but Silver didn't care. Silver is that person who he's truly about the sport of karate, and he gotta win. Like, he's not a loser. Like even though he almost died, he's a rich boy. I mean, his daddy giving him a company. He's probably pretty smart. He's good with money. He's got
the manipulation skills.
Fancy dinners. You know what I'm saying? Like this man, and then he was on cocaine during the height of the age. So he did all the blow.
So he had money.
So this man here in his 60s, 70s, I don't know, still out here busting old man karate moves. And when the old man tell you,
homie had some guns though. I ain't gonna front. Homie had guns.
He had it, and I love it because Robbie deserves something coming to him. But I get it. Robbie's, people love Robbie, for whatever reason. But when the Silver looked at him, come on, hit me. I knew it was like, all right. When the old man tell you that to hit him, and he's standing there, he gonna mess you up. Like something gonna hurt. Silver starts shooting like threes, like Stephen Curry. I mean, he had him with the champion gear. Look, I'm wearing champion right now.
Yo, we gonna talk about that champion gear in a second. But who's your other MVP? Because we're gonna talk about champion next.
Other MVP. I'm always, in a way, it's gonna always be between. I'm gonna do a combo of Johnny and Miguel because their relationship, even if it wasn't the focal point of the season, it's the core of what brings me back. It's the ultimate core of Cobra Kai because that's how we started. So those characters are somewhat of, we always got to have a resolution with them before the series ends. Whatever happens, something got to happen between Johnny and Miguel because they're neighbors. He's dating his mom. That's almost his surrogate father in a way, or will be, maybe, who knows?
Kind of,
or just a parental figure. And Miguel is the heartbeat of the show. So you kind of got to always check in with Miguel, but you may have to appreciate Miguel now because he may not be there next season for a little while for various reasons. We'll get into that. You probably already know.
Well, I don't know. So I try not to stay into like casting drama or whatever.
Well, he's supposed to be, it's not drama. He's supposed to be the next, he's going to be Blue Beetle in DC.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm happy for him.
He's going to be a little busy.
Good. That's what I heard, or supposedly. So there could be some scheduling conflict. If you don't see a lot of Miguel, that could be it.
Word.
So
I understood. Like I get it. So, all right, real quick. Big Pain says Johnny not going to survive next season. His girl sent him to Mexico to rescue her son from her crime lord ex. We don't know if that dude was a crime lord or not. We don't know
where he's not.
We don't know that.
Then they're gonna make him a petty thug.
Now here's the thing that's cold-blooded. She didn't tell the man he had a kid. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, that's foul. And let's be for real. Like, Johnny needs to look at her sideways now. Because you don't tell a man he has a child. I don't even know if I want to deal with you no more. Like this, that's some dirt dog stuff.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be fair to Carmen until we know exactly what happened next season. Because if he was really out there, wild in Mexico, she left a whole other country. So
we'll let it. No, hold up. Didn't her mom say they were from Ecuador?
Well, Ecuador or whatever.
I can't. Whatever it was. The bottom line is
they left a whole other country.
She ain't tell a man that he had a child. That's foul. But I'll for right now, I will put that. Yeah. We'll put a pin in that. I'm ready to charge her. But I'll put a pin in that. Also, Geeky Andre says season 4 MVP is Eli. I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying because I got another thing to say about Eli in a second.
Eli definitely deserves some nods for sure.
I love how we heard about Miyagi Fang Karate by Geeky Andre. Big Payne said Kenny Payne is the new Johnny. Kenny Payne, but besides Miles Brown, Kenny Payne can also be Miles Morales for me. Either one of them. Look, I was like, yo, we got Miles Morales right here. I was like,
he's
here go
definitely
Miles
the rookie.
Morales.
He's definitely the rookie of the year. The way he was out there with
Yo.
the handles on the court. And he
didn't even want to do. He just wanted to be a regular kid going to school. Parents done abandoned him. Now at the same time, this is a Hollywood trope where it's like it's a kid and their parents don't be nowhere to be found. I'm like, all right, so your dad is overseas. Your mama, I don't know. Is your mama? I don't know where she at. I'm like, this kid just in the house. But so what is your mom? Just pay bills and you just live on your own? Like, come on, man. Like,
and it's a big house.
Don't get me wrong. I know kids whose parents moved around, not moved around a lot, but were gone in and out of the house a lot. So I know that exists. But usually Hollywood finds a way to where this kid is essentially living on their own.
They make it like mom just never, like they never took time to introduce mom at all. To like check up, like, hey, how you doing, kitty? Are you playing video games? Come see me. Come say hello.
Yeah. And Geeky Andre said Anthony LaRusso messed up by picking on Kenny. It's his fault. Yeah, he created a monster. Because Kenny was just like, I'm a new kid. I just want to go to school. I just kind of live my life, have a good time. He met this girl, kind of came up to him, found some interest in him. I wish he was a young sister, but I know I'm asking too much because that's another thing I got to say about this show. I will say it in a second. I was like, it could be nice if it was a little sister, but we ain't got, because this show pretends like there's like one black person in the valley, but we'll just let that go. We'll let that go. As someone who lives out here, all right. So they said the corner of Magnolia and Lancashire. They're talking about Burbank. Now, don't get me wrong. In general, the valley does have a very suburban vibe. There are a lot of white folks or like white Latinos or something like that, but the way it's positioned is as if there's like no black people in the valley. Like they got this joint looking like Friends in New York City. Like I'm like, yo, like I got like one black kid and there's like another black kid in the background somewhere.
Since we're on this, and I laugh because I tell my wife, I said my favorite, I don't keep this clean, but I had to say, like, where do they find some of these old looking kids who be like, what's some of that Miyagi? I'm like, who is this kid looking like R-Truth, the wrestler? I'm like, this kid look old. This old faced kid. And why everybody, all the black kids' lines in the background messed up? And old boy with the braids for Cobra Kai still don't even say nothing. He ain't saying a line.
The brother in Cobra Kai got braids, and he just stands there and just looks in the distance or something. Then Miyagi-Do got a smart brother. Miyagi-Do got a smart brother that don't do nothing. We ain't seen him do no karate. We ain't seen him speak. He was just standing beside Daniel.
Shout out to the big brother, because he's one of the principal actors, kind of, or principal background actors. So he do represent.
True,
I'm just saying.
True that.
Just let them be. Just be say something like, say, damn, son. Say, what up?
Like do something. Now he was breaking some boards, so we gotta give him some love. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So let's see. We got some more MVPs. We had Kenny Payne. We talked about that. Let's see. Okay. That's all the MVPs. But Big Payne said Terrence said he spent his time drunk on coke, terrorizing a high school kid. That's just diabolical.
That's why he's an MVP, man. He knows who he is.
Terry Silver was rich in a mansion on the beach having parties with those little sandwiches with no crust, like those little square sandwiches. Like dude was literally, whenever you have to pull a man from that back into the game, it's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? He was fine. He had left the game. He took chilling.
The tattoo off. He removed the tattoo.
Thank you. No one. He's chilling with his lady. Got a mansion on the beach, living it up.
One of the best views.
Good wine, good food. Dude, he got a chef coming there putting fire on his creme brulee. All right, he's just chilling.
His patio is a 5-star restaurant.
Thank you. Like, come on, man. You knew it was gonna be ugly when he did that roundhouse kick to the bottom. You knew it was gonna be bad.
I knew it, and you can see it in his eyes. He's like, he gonna do it. Ha!
He's like, I'm crazy again.
It feels good.
So all right. Can we pause for the cause? For Champion having the dopest sports line drop on TV or otherwise in Cobra Kai.
Yes.
My dude, when I saw, I was like, oh, hold up.
Bruh.
Now, I know they the bad guys, but
I'm just saying.
Your fashion is on point.
Why Terry Silver is an MVP. Not only is he evil, he wants you to be dope in your evilness. I thought he was about to pull out. I know he's about to pull out no James. I'm like, okay,
there is
but
not one whack thing on that line.
First of all, tell me those champion windbreakers ain't gonna sell if they were to drop them somewhere.
Well, they're supposed to be dropping in February. Like all that stuff is supposed to drop because, bruh, the second I saw it, I went on Google like Cobra Kai champion merch. I was like, what? So the word is it's supposed to come out in February. Look, I don't know why y'all didn't have it ready the weekend it dropped, but look, let me help you with y'all marketing. Y'all should have dropped that joint. Matter of fact, you probably should have dropped it when the trailer dropped. But I guess they didn't want to give it away. So they should have dropped it the week of, like that Tuesday or that Friday. They should have been like, hey, here you go. Right. Come to your local Target, your Kohl's or something, your Walmart, whatever it is.
Why the show is called Cobra Kai and not Miyagi-Do. Everybody trying to buy no Miyagi clothing.
Well, no, hold up. I got a lineup of Miyagi-Do. Like some fresh white linen, like Ryu from Street Fighter looking type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You can play with the design to have it clean.
Like some earth tones, some golds and greens. And you know what I'm saying? You looking like Ryu looking off into the sunset. Like you can do it.
If you get the right shoes with it,
bruh.
Or either fit. But I'm not gonna lie. I will work out in the Cobra Kai stuff.
Bruh, I'm about to get Cobra Kai out. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. But Cobra Kai stayed fresh. I was like, yo, none of their gear is whack. The all black with the red trim, then the kind of soccer jersey that the Asian dude had when they were in the dojo, then the one that had that kind of weird kind of mock neck sort of thing that Kenny had on. Like
then it comes in several
colors. Fresh.
It comes in several colors from the yellow, the black, the red.
Bruh.
They got you. And
I love all those colors. Like pretty much like black and gold, black and red, black and orange, black and blue. Like of course the stark black and white. I love it. So like this, I'm like, yo, this thing, bruh. I'm about to be Kai'd out.
Don't look like Grambling. I'm a Southern University. I'm a Southern University. So as long as they ain't low, shout out to Greg Burnham if you listen. Shout out to you.
Yo, look, Cobra Kai came through. Now, Geeky Andre says, he said to Kreese, you couldn't just let a sleeping dog lie, could you? Yup. He did say that. And in that, I want to get into Kreese's and Silver's relationship. Silver kind of left the game alone. You know what I'm saying?
He left it. He literally left it.
He was done. And here comes Kreese digging stuff up. And I think I saw early on, I was like, this relationship ain't going to work out like Kreese think it is.
No.
I was like, because Silver dirty. And y'all ain't got the relationship y'all once had.
Bruh, when he called him, when the man was playing like the bad pianoist up there, he said, what up, unknown. Hey, he hung it up. You go back. He didn't want to have nothing to do with him. And that's why he showed up unannounced at a whole party.
And then, like a rich guy does, when he saw, he was like, hey, there's some marketing money in this whole Cobra Kai thing. I was like, he gonna take that from him. That Cobra Kai, he about to trademark that joint behind your back. He said, my agent has been looking for expand. You're like, expand? Like, yeah, we're going to expand. We going to expand?
And technically, who owns more of Cobra Kai in the first place? Who's paid more rent, possibly? Who's put more financial backing into it? It can probably be proven easily that Terry is Cobra Kai.
he could make the financial stake argument, especially when it comes to the merch, when it comes to the equipment,
the rent, the buildings.
Yeah, especially since it's probably not art. Well, hold on, it was a business before, so if the business had fallen out to where that's interesting where that business lies. But I feel like Silver about to take that business from him. Because your boy Kreese, he got sent up the river, son.
Right. Kreese can be proven to be unfit to be a CEO of something.
Yeah, he can't. Kreese said, when he said, like everyone has a weakness, you got to watch out for it or whatever. And she was like, what about Sensei Kreese? He was like, even Sensei Kreese, he was like, he ain't nobody special. Like, that ain't nobody.
When your boys start talking crazy about you like this, Silver was he was already tuned up. He was like, Kreese, of course he got a weakness.
Yeah, he was like, of course he does. Of course he got a weakness. You know what I'm saying? He's human, ain't he?
And even though Karate Kid 3 wasn't the most popular, but what did he do? He was to put it in Star Wars, he was basically turning Daniel to the dark side. He was
the emperor up in that joint.
Made him evil. And then had him put the battery in his back to do all this crazy stuff. So he had to unshackle the brainwashing of Cobra Kai. Yep. Sometimes when Daniel say that, I just be like, come on, Daniel, you're going too much. But I guess
he was manipulated / brainwashed into, because he was insecure about losing. And then, and instead of heeding the wise counsel of someone saying like, hey man, everybody loses. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you losing. You get back up and you work on your skills. He thought that there was something deficient in him. And Miyagi was trying to let you know, no, there's nothing deficient in you. Just sometimes you lose, and that's okay. But he couldn't take it. Now, Big Pain is right. Lawrence is your weakness. Yep. And because he was like, he tried to come in there. Remember when he was walking and he blew up? That's why you don't be talking about me. And you don't be jumping rank. You know what I'm saying? You a lieutenant. And he was like, I know your weakness. You just wait till I whip your little boy.
And first of all, Kreese gonna have to let the army stuff go. I get
it's too long ago, bro.
But it's like you the captain, but no, look around. I'm the CEO. We on my planet right now.
Thank you.
This is my building.
We ain't in the jungles no more.
Like you saved me, and I love when Silver said, "How many times do you expect me to pay that debt?"
Yep. That's a lesson for everybody in the chat, everybody watching. When someone keep bringing up a debt that you owe them, Silver said it best. How many times I gotta pay this debt? How many times I gotta hear about this little $20?
I feel Silver about that. Like, okay. How many times? One of us is gonna be let go. And real talk, truth moment. I've let people go over the last couple of years because they either take you for granted, or they think you're beneath them or you owe them. It's like, okay, done. We will not be doing business together. You will not be wasting my time. I was just listening to a podcast, I ain't gonna say the investment channel, but they call them time vampires or time demons, stealing your time and your energy. Terry got tired of his time being stolen. He got a younger woman. He's rich. He's playing piano. He's eating good steak, lobster out here on the beach.
Yeah, homie out there got chefs using fire on his meals and stuff.
He ain't got time for Kreese foolishness. He's like, but you gonna come in my life? I'm gonna suck your energy away. Your power away.
When you got so much money that you're putting art in the wine cellar, my dude. Most people got to spend money on art so they can show people. They got money that they can have art that they don't show nobody. All right,
the fact that's that money. He has a wine cellar, but like you said, he got art that only he see to go get his expensive wine.
Like, come on, man. Silver has surpassed Kreese, and Kreese don't want to admit that. Kreese came up and he tried to clown him like, "Oh, you soft." Yeah, okay. Well, how about this? I'm going to stay soft, okay? On the beach, in my mansion with the girl, with the wine, and the fancy sandwiches, and you gonna be hard and real in your little
out here
studio
terrorizing
apartment.
high school students.
Yeah.
But
going to be hardcore with your little kids. You trying to act like you hard in front of.
but at the
I ain't
same
got no
time,
weakness. I ain't got no
While
weakness. I'm
Terry-
crease.
while Terry was saying that, I do love the way that when he like Daniel LaRusso, he like Danny boy. I love how he like it was. That's when it
Yeah.
started saying like, okay, I got to deal with you, but I am gonna have fun messing with Daniel again because this is gonna be like I owe him something. I owe thank you, like you know what, Crease, thank you for popping up in my life and awakening me because I owe all you fools something. First of all, quit bringing up this debt. Thank you for saving my life.
Thank
You
you.
know, appreciate you, partner. But it's been 35 years.
Yeah, it's been like 35, 40 years or something. Some crazy amount of time.
Daniel, see, like Terry gonna be like, Daniel, I've been richer than you for a longer time. I know how to play the rich man game. I'm gonna mess your life up.
Yep. So, all right, peep this. Geeky Andre says, Silver took Cobra Kai from Kreese just like Kreese did from Johnny. True. And Big
Like
Pain said, Silver put the beats on Stingray. I knew there was going to be something behind it. See, I figured what was going to happen is Kreese was going to use, I thought Stingray was going to run the Kreese, and Kreese was going to use that to get Silver out of the picture. But that joint got flipped.
I admit, I didn't see it coming like that. I was like, I just thought he just snapped and be like, didn't we tell you to get your ass out of here, Stingray? Like, you caught me at the worst possible time. Let's smack him up, rightfully so.
Let's talk about Stingray for a second.
No, Stinkray.
Stinkray. All right. When we opened up on him in this nice house, we already knew it wasn't his. Like, we knew it wasn't his house. I was thinking in my mind, he must have broke in somewhere. Then we find out it's his sister's house. Now, peep this. You go have a partner. Okay, first, you've got to be low, being like, I don't know, 35, 40-year-old man partying with kids because you ain't got no friends. Because that neighbor, though corny, though annoying, was right. He's hanging with y'all because he ain't got no friends his own age. Because he's immature.
I like that actor though, because he always played an annoying, corny from the game. I forgot his real name, but he
said you got a Miata. Yo, shouts to Miatas, yo. I mean, it looked nice. It was clean.
He was like, you a freeloader. Like he called him everything. Like, you a freeloader.
He said you a freeloader.
You got to be pretty bummy when somebody just call you freeloader. Like, you gotta change your life.
And he threw all those frisbees on that dude's roof. I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'd have been like, let one more go up there. One more. Because whenever someone says you got one more, I don't care who your sister is. You're gonna be slain in the spirit by the time I finish with you. Yo, so this crazy fool has a party allowing kids underage to drink, and who knows what they doing when old girl was like, let's find another room. Oh, shouts out to Dimitri doing your thing, player. But also at the same time, this your sister's house. Now, luckily, there wasn't like a wild party where people were breaking stuff, but this ain't your house. You got people walking all around here. You don't know they're going to steal? They might be, enjoying the bedrooms and leaving,
I don't
fluids.
know
what I'm saying?
Stingray was raised. Clearly, his sister was the loved one or successful. Yeah. I don't know if they had a good, since the story is about dads and their sons somewhat on the B side of what this is going on. I don't know if Stingray had a good father in his life, but he deserved a good beating. He got, even though he still, I can't say the words I want to say. That's the only thing. Like, that's why I give Terry the MVP. I don't like him, but I understand. Stingray,
Terry whooped him up and down the street.
Because see, it's gonna be bad. Somebody go either beat Stingray again, or he should go to jail. Because again, like you just said, he's giving minors or allowing a place for minors to do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And if something would have happened, like it wasn't his party. But imagine if the stuff happened at his house, his sister's house. What was going on when Terry and Sam was beating each other last or season 1 or 2? Do you know how that would have been worse for him than the beating that he got?
Yeah.
He would have been in jail for sure.
Now, Geeky Andre said, wasn't Stingray's neighbor the second principal from Black Lightning? Technically the third, but no, you're right. The second principal, he was the second principal. I was thinking about the vice principal. She wasn't a principal, she was just the vice principal. But yeah, we remember.
And he was earned from the
He
game.
was the second principal. And I love how he was like, y'all gonna get arrested for underage drinking. I was like, they ain't getting arrested. I was like, he gonna get, this is his house under his care, a party in which he started. You know what I mean? He gonna get arrested. Now these kids are gonna be detained until their parents come pick them up, but they ain't getting arrested for this mess. Man, he gonna get arrested. Malcolm Lee said, Crease be looking like he needs to use the bathroom. Crease do be tight in the face all the time. It's because he's trying so hard to look mean and stern every day. You know what I'm saying?
And leather is getting tight.
That leather be tight because he be trying to be strong. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, ease it up. Yo, Silver, but Silver was smart. Silver came in. He said, 1, I'm going to take your business from you. 2, I'm going to show you that you ain't as strong as you think you are because you weak behind this boy, this son that you never had named Johnny. Then I'm going to take Johnny's son because I'm giving him money, giving him car, approaching his mama, and I'm going to make sure that Cobra Kai wins so that we can franchise, I can franchise Cobra Kai everywhere. Homie paid off that ref, was like, all right, check it, look, all right, the check gonna clear tomorrow, all right? That's all you need to know. Tori was up in there looking sad, like, I didn't win. Look, we'll talk about Tori's cracked up face in a little bit. But, yo, Terry, you know what? I might have to concede. Terry, he did some work this season. He did.
I mean, if
he did some work.
If we had to give most improved, since we're doing basketball analogies, I'm willing to give Hulk most improved player because he got his mind right, he got his attitude right, he's a champion, and he was like Siakam when Toronto won the championship. He was the most improved player. And he played like an all-star, and
he shed everything about him that was superficial. You know what I'm saying? Now he's back to being Eli, but he's stronger now.
And Dimitri is a future coach in training.
Yep, Dimitri's a coach. See, he went in there and he was like, look, man, all right, this is who you are, man. We binary brothers.
Binary brothers.
Binary brothers. We out here making dumb music.
Like,
all right, that's
look at me. Like Hulk, look at me. I was a scrub. I'm dating the hottest woman in school because of you.
The hottest woman in school that is definitely not a high school student. I'm like, but see, that's what happens when you have these high school shows and you start to get into like the 3rd, 4th season where you're like, she's like 23, 24. Like, she's not a kid.
It's so obvious who that old girl ain't high school students. They were barely passable high school students
at the beginning.
The first season, they barely was passable high school students. Now it's like, all right, they got to be. They got to be graduating too.
Geeky Andre said, how many bad calls did that referee make then? See, that's the thing about paying off a ref in a situation like this. You don't have to make 100 bad calls. You just need to make 2 or 3 key calls. You know what I'm saying?
Calls.
You just need to make these like slight calls where they could kind of go either way. So you don't have to cheat for Cobra Kai all the way through because Cobra Kai is good kind of on their own. So you only need to do like a call here and there. Maybe all night he might have did 3 bad calls or 3 paid for calls. You know what I'm saying?
The ones that are obvious or that they were calling out the out of bounds. Yeah. But I still say Tori won it fair and square, minus the out of bound calls because she didn't do the elbow thing. Like he was telling her how to cheat. It was like, go ahead, throw that bow. black the other eye,
But
you're gonna be cool.
Sam had 3 points before she was able to have that last point. So technically Sam won. And that's why she had that look on her face, because she's like, you know what? Without that out of bounds call down, if we take that out of bounds call back and we play it fair, then Sam had 3 points before I had 3 points. So
But
Sam beat me.
I will say this. I'm cool with Sam losing because she was my least favorite. She was the Pat Beverly of the season for me.
Not the Pat Beverly. All right,
she's better than Pat Beverly.
I don't have an issue with Sam as much as I probably had with her in, like, say, season 2 or something like that, because Sam brought up a very good point, especially when Ma Dukes was trying to be like Mama to Tori and everything. So let's talk about Ma Dukes real quick. Here come Mama, all up in some business that ain't yours. Should have left it alone. This kid don't know how to act. She ruining her own life. Now, you see yourself in her. And I knew something like that was coming. Because this season worked hard to make Tori more than a sex symbol, which was essentially what she was season 1 and 2. So, or season 2 and 3, whatever it was. So they worked hard to bring some validity to her. But the issue is she's corny. She's whack.
I like
all
Tori
the time. She's always trying too hard to be mean, and then she wants to fall back on. Well, it's tough for me, so I can be violent and mean to people. No, you can't. That doesn't give you a right to be violent. That doesn't give you a right to tear up my house. That doesn't give you a right to yell and curse out customers. It doesn't. Stop it. Ain't nobody trying. Everybody got stuff they dealing with. You think they just want to slap people all the time? Of course they do too. It's called restraint. It's called discipline. All right.
Let's look at the other side. Can I look at the other side of this? You're not wrong. But you're not wrong. Like, in real life, yeah, you better practice restraint, because if a real rich person got an axe against you and your mama, I don't know what she doing on disability.
I would have been in jail.
And it's like, Tori ain't never been taught restraint, never taught like the reality of this world. She just doing whatever. She wilding out. So she gonna learn the hard way. But at the same time, she's a teenager who is stressed the hell out, gotta work 9 to 5s, now she did kick her own self out of school because she was worried about a boy and just being her ego got in the way. But she's kind of like saying, like, I gotta do these things. And then on the flip side, if somebody, a rich and powerful person, is coming down on you, but rightfully so, but like, hey, we gonna let this sports thing ride, but you stay away from my kid. I can see that going either which way, because we talking about them folks. We lucky that she the Tori didn't kick her in the head. Like, it just like, I'll whoop you right now. Like, I don't care about this. Whereas some people who are a little bit smarter and more measured, we like, I gotta stay out of this woman's way, because she of course she has a rightful axe to grind with me, because I whooped the daughters, I messed up. But
I don't mind a scene between her mom and Tori, like Mrs. LaRusso and Tori, kind of like when she was in the restaurant. I wouldn't mind a scene where she follows Tori out the back, or follows her to wherever she quits and walks out, follows her, grabs her by the arm, and was like, look, you ain't nothing new. I've already been down the road you're going down, and there ain't nothing there. Let me school you on something. Tighten it up, or you're going to be in jail. You know what I mean? I don't mind something like that. But this whole, like, let her come to my house, and like, I'm going to be nice to you, and I'm going to help you with your kid. And
I kind of like Tori, but like, don't give me no damn fruit. Get this out of here.
Look, I'm going to keep it real with you. If a kid come in my house to beat up my son with a crew of people, they done busted up the glass, tore up the good table, everything, got my food and my fruits all over the place, and then kicked up the gravel, tore up the bonsai tree. Trust me. Believe you me, you will never see the inside of my house again. All right? You done seen.
They threw a skinny boy through the window.
Oh yeah, they did throw that kid through the window.
They threw Bert through a window.
Yo, these kids be having them, which leads me to another real world thing. I enjoy this show. I truly do. You can see we're excited, having a great conversation about it. But if these was black kids, they would have been in jail in season 1. All right? Let's be for real. I remember there was a kid who accidentally killed a kid playing wrestling back in like the 90s or something like that. It was way back. And they tried this kid as an adult. Meanwhile, we got these groups of white kids literally having like kung fu gang fights.
Karate turf wars.
Yes, karate turf wars everywhere, tearing up all kinds of property, slamming, breaking stuff up, and nobody is anywhere near a jail. There's like one kid that went to juvie or something like that. That's it, bruh. Stop it. All right, look. They had this fight over at, Coconut Grove or something. Everything was all, trust me, if that fight was at Ferry Side, all right, these kids would have been in jail.
And you talking about gangs of kids chasing other kids down to beat them. Like,
thank you.
God damn. Like, how hard, just because somebody's a nerd, like, I never happened to me in my life, so I can't relate, but it's like, that's why I'm rooting for Kenny, but I'm not happy how they're gonna try to do Kenny. Yeah. If they do what I think they're gonna do, I ain't gonna be happy about it. But I enjoyed Kenny this season.
Yeah, Kenny was dope this season, but
that's why I'm kind of not. And I see some parallels with Tori. She's stupid. All right, you're right. She has done some stupid stuff, but she do, in the grand scheme of the LaRussos, deserve a chance to turn her life around because she's still a minor. So even though they still play up some of the sex symbol stuff a little bit, because I thought she was about to be a stripper. Clearly, I like. Oh,
yeah, that dress she wore to prom, homegirl was looking like a lady of the evening. All right, let's stop it. Let's keep it real. She looked like a lady of the evening.
That's what they wear to prom. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's weird. On one hand, I'm like, Tori's doing too much for a high school girl. And then on the other hand, you look at high school girls and you're like, well, it's kind of par for the course. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of what they're wearing.
For the last 10 years, that's actually pretty modest for what I see some of the Instagram foolishness you see.
Also, that bad white dancing that went on, we just gonna let that slide. I'm gonna let it slide, Cobra Kai, but I want you to know that I saw it. That little lambada, whatever they was doing, all right? No, it was trying to get freaky on the dance floor. I saw that, all right?
See, folks, this is why you put the NERDSoul and Blerd-ish to see what you don't see when we talk about
you ain't gonna get this from nobody else. I'm sure you go to your established, we've got 3 million subscribers and we talk about nerd stuff. They're gonna be like, that was an awesome dance scene. I loved the choreography. They were so on beat. And then you come here and be like, you don't get that mess up.
People old enough who saw Karate Kid as kids or in the theater. That's who you need to talk to.
Yo, man, look. I'm gonna be honest. The Weeknd should have called in and be like, look, take my song off of this. Re-edit that, put somebody else's song on that.
I actually did like that song. Like, oh, this is nice, it's groove. But yeah, the dancing was like, why are they dancing like that to this nice song, this melodic song?
Let's give them something to watch. I was like, don't give them nothing to watch. Don't do that. Because I knew it was coming. I was like, here we go. Woo. Oh, that was the forbidden dance. Oh, sure, it sure was.
You know they gotta give Tori and Robbie, they scenes for their fans.
Yeah, I know. Because people shipping them and all that. They had to have their seat in the car where they was like about to do it and all that. So I get it. But at the same time, Tori be getting on my nerves because it's like she enters the room chest first all the time. Then also she's supposed to be the most karatified, Matt, every time I was like, bruh, look, then you angry all the time. I'm like, look, you gotta pick a lane. All right, you can't
know
be
what?
angry all the time, but then sex object all the time, and you going like this.
You know
Come on.
who Tori remind me of? Tori is like since we're gonna keep with the basketball analogy, she thinks she's like Vernon Maxwell. She's like, I'm the greatest of all time. She might get you like 40 points, but then she might foul out and punch somebody in the head at critical moment. And that's Vernon Maxwell.
Yo.
Vernon Maxwell was there for that first Rockets championship. Wasn't there for the second one.
No, he wasn't. Yo, all right. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'll get, because I feel, all right, so if we go and do that, we gotta give love to the other ladies of this season. We got to see Sam's friend again. I can't remember her name. The shorty, she was on Cobra Kai. The girl with the short hair, the big girl, she was on. We got to see her again. Now, LA gas prices is not conducive to driving 4 hours to see your friend when we got phones, Skype, Zoom, WhatsApp, Twitter, we got Facebook Messenger. I was like 2 hours. She went to Santa Barbara is not close to Los Angeles.
Said the same thing. She could have just called on FaceTime or something.
Like,
we don't even know how far it is, but just her doing 2 hours, she really drove 2 hours for that.
Yo, she drove 2 hours for her to drop a little knowledge on it, and that's cool.
But you know what?
2 hours, that is not conducive to this $5 gas. And she's driving a Mercedes, which lets me know that she's probably at least got a V8, which means that she has to use premium gas, which means that she's paying at least $5 a gallon out here in Los Angeles. So that means that she had to buy that 93. I had to drive 2 hours out there and 2 hours back.
From my wife having a Mercedes, yes. She has a Mercedes SUV, so yes. It's expensive.
Because most Mercedes are probably turbocharged, which means that they're high compression engines, which means that you have to use 93.
Yes, you got to use 93, because my wife tells me all the time. When I
she be like, don't put that 89 up in there.
Look, bro, I grew up in the country slum. I grew up where you use 89 and below. I remember $1 gas at Circle K. So this premium, I don't know nothing about using 93 octane.
Yo, man, look, as someone, I enjoy my turbo. My turbo comes in handy. But just the other day, I was riding with Lady Lisa. Didn't I hit that? I was like, yo, I love my turbo, but my turbo need that 93. And that 93, look, I don't know if I'm gonna drive 2 hours on that 93. I'm gonna Zoom you. Or we go on Facebook Message or WhatsApp or something, a phone call. Look, man, hey.
I'm in a Ford Escape now. This is how I like it. I like it big, economical, roomy, or just enough.
Oh man, so yes, Aisha came back. I like that. It was good to see her. And we also got Piper, who when your boy Johnny approached Piper, yo, Johnny came through. He was mad. He said he had to learn feminism.
To William Zark, how you say his name now? To Johnny. For delivering, I love that there's always a segment with him and Miguel doing something stupid. It's just like,
well, Miguel is like the straight man, and Johnny's just crazy, and it's Miguel trying to smooth it over.
You gotta have. That's why if Miguel ain't in next season, I'm gonna miss that little bit right there. To have that scene and to still have a little laptop internet humor that goes together. That's why this show works. They keep feeding you what works.
Yeah.
What have worked, and they'll give you at least a little bit of chicken nuggets of it. They're like, all right, we don't need to have a big computer scene, but Johnny's a little more savvy, but he's still stupid. Like he still don't know what to do on the internet. Or hash. And if you go, when you see when he had his when he tweeted stuff out, he still says hash brown. I saw it on another explainer, but he actually
he was tweeting like crazy, boy.
And he got one follower.
He was like, what does he say all this for one follower?
He said, send
And
it
it's
to the internet.
you. Like, yo,
Send it to
Johnny
the
is
internet.
he is a sad case, man. It's like you love him, but it's like,
Savage.
Johnny, you a trip.
He's a caveman.
So shouts to Big Pain. Big Pain said, I feel you. I'm in the Midwest and I put a 50 spot in the Altima. Yo, bruh, look, I'm telling you. I watched some old movie, I think it was 48 Hours, but whatever it was, they went past the gas station and it was like 85 cents a gallon, something low like that. And I was just like, oh, look at what it used to be.
I got gas. Our gas down here in Baton Rouge is like right under $3. That's only because Exxon is right here tearing up our town, our city. So it's less transportation.
They're like, you know what? Look, we'll give y'all a break on the gas. We know we tearing up the environment. Here you go. Give you a little something. Give you a little break.
Yeah, they tore up the whole Gulf Coast. Another story for another day. But anyway.
So all right. So Tory, to contextualize Tory, they had to give Tory more to do this year because Tory was essentially just a sex symbol that was the love triangle for Sam and Robbie. But the whole, like, we got a feel for her because she had it rough. You know how many people have it rough and aren't violent? Because here's the difference. Mrs. LaRusso said, hey, I snapped on this lady and hit her car when she was in the car. I hit her car with a baseball bat. That is called an outburst. Tory does not have outburst. Tory is just violent.
Had attempted manslaughter.
Yo, Tory is a juvenile delinquent. When we meet Tory, she's stealing. Remember? Go back. When we meet her, when we come up on Tory, she's a thief.
She's running around like it's a double dragon game. She's like the lady, one of the lady characters that you got to beat up and take the weapons from. That's how she was running around out here.
Tory's like those girls that be doing the jump kick in Streets of Rage 4. They got the little mohawks and stuff. Yeah.
Jump girls, whatever you call them.
Yeah, the jump kick girls. Like
the most annoying character in the game. They might be more annoying than the dudes with the shins who fly across and kick you.
Yeah.
They both equally annoying, but the jump girls, can they jump across the plane?
Yeah. Now, Geeky Andre comes in and says, I think Tory is going to give that trophy to Samantha. Yes, I do. And I think that's going to be the bearing of the hatchet between those two. I think it's going to be like a situation where she's like, look, you know what I'm saying? This is what went down. I wanted to win this, but I don't want to win it the wrong way. This is for you, kind of thing.
I'm going to slightly disagree. I think she's going to attempt. I think Sam is going to take that trophy and try to kill her with it because Sam is done with Tory. Sam is in a bad, pissed off mood because she got back into karate with all of this. She's taking it more serious. She's even wanting to be more aggressive. So she's becoming more of an aggressor. Maybe they'll get to it at the end of season 5 where they're like friends and everybody got to get rid of Terry Silver because Silver out here gonna be Silver got to be stopped. You know.
Well, I mean, Silver, he crazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Kreese in jail like the Tiger King up in this joint, trying to make calls and stuff.
Hey, bro, when Kreese punched the cop or he elbowed the cop like this,
he straight elbowed that cop. Look, here's another thing. If Kreese was black,
if Kreese was black,
they would have shot Kreese.
If Kreese was black, would have got hit in the back of the neck with a stick.
Yo, they would have whooped the stew out of Kreese.
They coming to get you for beating a person, and you gonna actually beat a cop?
Man, yo.
That's when you know this is a TV show. That's when you know this
Big
is a TV
Pain
show.
said Silver gonna have Kenny on a mission. I can see that because Kenny is the cool thing about Kenny is that you see him get turned into Johnny by being bullied. Yeah. After we saw Daniel turn into Daniel from being bullied. So now you see someone who was bullied and went good and someone who was bullied and went bad. And we learned that great lesson from Robbie at the end with Johnny because the whole season Robbie like, you wrong. You don't know nothing. All y'all think y'all know the right way. I'm smarter than you. Let me tell you. I know, look, we uncle status right now. Let me tell you, if y'all young and watching this, look, my grandma says it best. Just keep on living. Look, I'm telling you, you think you can do it better than they did? You think you smarter than your dads, your uncles, your granddad, your mama, whatever? When Robbie found out, I thought I was going to train him better. I thought, and look what happened to Kenny.
He turned
And
into
dude
you.
couldn't do nothing but cry because he realized sometimes things can mess up even when you ain't trying to mess them up.
You
now
took
look
him
at Kenny.
down
Kenny is
the
going
dark-
down the dark side
the
path.
dark path. And then, you know, I know this is TV, so they ain't gonna let it happen. But do you really think, but you live out there, would they let a brother with fast karate hands go around beating up rich white kids?
No. Look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. We've seen enough from these public school systems with black kids getting thrown under the bus every which way. And they had the nerve to be like, oh, well, he was bullied. Yeah, They don't care if you was bullied. Like, the teachers is bullying them. The teachers, man, what did we, Lady Lisa's up in here. What did we watch where they strip searched that girl? Some girl in some school and they strip searched her? Oh, it was a boy. So anyway, they strip searched some boy and put him in like the school jail or whatever. That joint ain't sanctioned. Like, they just made this up. Then some other kid filmed some teacher doing wrong, and they stole her phone. That was the girl. They stole her phone from her, and like forced her down on the ground and arrested her and everything, put her in cuffs. Look, trust me, they don't care if Kenny was bullied or not. They would have been like, well, Kenny knew better. He's a Cobra Kai.
But in the frame of this TV show and the fantasy that we live in,
we gonna let him slide.
I was like,
that principal probably would have expelled all of them and moved on.
I do kind of wish it would. I give LaRusso, not little LaRusso or little Danny or whatever his name is, little Anthony, Tony or whatever you want to call him. I get it. He's a dumb kid. They 8th grade, they 13. He's like, you know what? I'm messing up, blah, blah, blah. But I am not mad at Kenny saying you made my life hell. And all I want to do is be a young kid, new kid, and have fun and enjoy it. And because as somebody who older brothers start being into criminal activity, I can know how that feels. Now, I ain't never had Kenny's life like that. But this dude is alone. He ain't got nobody. He ain't got no friends. Like, I had friends. I had family or whatever, but when your older brother out there just constantly going to jail constantly over and over again, real talk. Last moments that I spent with my brother, he was, and he was out. He was in jail, but we were able to talk. So I ain't gonna go too deep into it. It's a little embarrassing, but that's how I last saw my brother. So it's not a good feeling. I feel for Kenny because it's like, damn, all I want to do is just be me out here. And it's like, you know what? I just want
to chill and play video games and, just hang out.
But I kind of feel like I relate to Kenny that if somebody was trying to do that to me and I could crush you, especially one-on-one, I'm going to crush you. It's like, I may not have to bully you in high school, but anytime you buy me and you say something, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to beat your brains in, just like how he beat all his guts out. Just beat his stomach up, left him there, and told him.
Thank you.
And let him know. So LaRusso, while I do commend him for coming around, you and your little ragtag scrubs.
It was too little, too late.
They did have one of my favorite lines. The little blonde kid. How he gonna try to beat somebody up? Look at him. But my favorite line, he said, "You cosplay this shit?" That's one of my favorite lines.
But it's like he's a good kid just hanging out, man. Like, let the kid cosplay. Who cares? Because I noticed
whatever
that the blonde kid, the kid that was kind of like the ringleader, it's always a kid like that. He gonna talk about the girls you ain't got he ain't got no girl. He's always going to talk about like the things you ain't winning. He ain't winning nothing neither. But see, he's always able to keep the spotlight on you because you're the one that he can make fun of. And since he got a couple followers,
next year, he's going to be on Kenny's side whooping you because he's a follower.
Yeah. And shouts to Kenny for pulling some straight up horror movie stuff in the library. Now, also, let's take it to the real world. The library is never empty. All right, the librarian is always in the library. All right, and I have never. We were in the library. Library was straight empty. All right, nobody was up in there. He shut the power down on that joint.
It was some Michael Myers type of stuff.
Yo, homie need a dude in the face. Kick the blonde kid in the gut. Then the Asian kid kicked him in the chest, gave him a 2-piece. Like, yo, I do love how the principal was like, I still don't know how they got all that milk in that locker. Like, because Lisa and I were like, how they get that milk up in there? I was like, maybe they put it in a bag that like ripped when you opened it or something. I don't know.
I don't know how they did it, but the only thing that actually brought back bad memories is because I used to work at Burger King. And back in the day, when you did to change the shake, you had to have like this big, like before it got fancy, you actually had to pick up this heavy bag and put it in the shake machine. And if you mess up, you could spill it on yourself. So you had to put it in that right, like you had to use balance. I was doing Miyagi dough at Burger King. You could balance straight milk myself.
All right, so peep this. All right, first I'm gonna jump to Big Pain. He said they watched Kenny get bullied for 3 months on camera and did nothing. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And Geeky Andre said Anthony needs to stand up to and get away from his toxic friends. Yep. He knows what he was doing was wrong. Thank you. Now, also, Keith, real quick, I didn't know you was BK alum. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I know what you're talking about. Because I worked at Burger King and I know somebody who spilled mad milkshake because you had to lift that bag.
Was so terrible.
Yo, they spilled milkshake all over the front of the machine, all the buttons, all up in the grooves and stuff. Milk everywhere. Like
real talk. And just before, not to go too deep in the rabbit hole about Burger King, did you ever put the broiler together and clean it and all that?
Yes.
I probably saved some people in Baton Rouge, Louisiana life because some of them fools didn't know how to cook. They had the burgers melting in the middle. Talking about that's the sense of it. I said, oh, no. When I cook a burger and broil it, it's gonna be together and not looking like like it's made of worms or something.
All right. You know what? Yeah, we gonna. All right. Check. I don't know what's up. Your audio is doing like the radio thing again, but still, yo. But still, yo, we gonna talk about Burger King. We gotta get some Burger King people together. I got stories. So all right, so let's okay. I want to talk about that. Big Pain, you right. You are absolutely right. Teachers, administration will watch kids get bullied for months on end, say nothing, send kids snaps, beat someone up, and then be all quick to want to expel somebody. Yep. They be like, oh, we have a zero tolerance for fighting. Yo, didn't you see this kid get whooped up on for like months?
Especially since you got cameras, they can find everything.
Yeah, it's like you watch this kid beat up, man. Then they were like, oh, he's been cyberbullied for months. Well, why didn't you say something? Like, why you ain't saying nothing? Why you ain't pulled him in early? Shoot, look, Kenny was about to give him what they need. Kenny was about to give it to him. Yo, Kenny was about to work him, boy.
And one thing I like about this show, because you forget that, I guess it's what TV. I love the foul mouthness of the kid. The younger the kids, the more foul the mouth is, apparently.
Yeah.
This old boy like, what's up, Miyagi? But these kids, I just love that they get what's coming to them because you know those kids had to get beat up, and we had to have kind of a hero arc for Kenny before we know he turns to the dark side. Yeah, I think Kenny, because he is his dad is a army person, and we're gonna see mom next year. Eventually, I predictably Kenny will become good, and Robbie will become good again because Robbie actually seems to want to see himself in Kenny, or see that he can do something. And honestly, Kenny also made me smidgely respect Robbie a little bit more. He's like, okay, I owe this to your brother. He whooped some sense into me. I had to get my bar right. And you know what? Your brother ain't a snitch. I ain't a snitch. I'm gonna take care of him. So that's the only smidge of goodness that I respect of Robbie. Everything else about Robbie, I still need Miguel to bust his head.
Yeah. I'm just glad he finally got it, because there's a lot of times when, as you know, we just have we don't have a full perspective as children sometimes. Yeah, and as we come into adulthood, we're teenagers, we're starting to get a little bit of responsibility, but we still don't really know the world yet. We really haven't been adults yet. And I mean, even me, I'll say, I knew everything. I knew everything in the world. I remember calling, when I first moved away, I remember calling my dad and just being like, yo, man, you were right. You were right. All them knuckleheads you told me not to chill with, they in jail now. You know what I'm saying? All them dudes you told me to stay away from, they in jail now, or they in the ground. But when I was young, they cool. I want to hang with them. Everybody want to chill with them. That's how that's how you get friends. Look, Robbie learned a hard lesson. He was like, my dad don't know. I'm gonna train better than my dad. Your dad actually tried. You see when trouble happened, mom went, where did your mom go? She go to the police or she went to Johnny? Because she knew that Johnny got his issues, but Johnny does try. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the thing too. Robbie says, I'm gonna use Cobra Kai to get what I want, whatever. He knew he was being used and couldn't stop it. And he still fell for it. And Silver still got what he needed out of you to mess with Priest even a little bit more. He got both of his Lawrence children, his surrogate children. Like, Robbie is effectively his grandson in Crease mind. He's like, bro, so I'm gonna mess with him. I'm gonna pit everybody against Robbie, and I'm gonna have Robbie doubting himself, even though Robbie's the best thing going for me to train these troops up. But the moment I don't need Robbie no more, I'm going to break him, just like he did then. And he's like, and he's still either gonna come with me or he's gonna be useless, and he's gonna still do what I need him to do. And Robbie didn't leave. He's still in Cobra Kai. But look what he did though. Robbie showed Robbie like, look, I got money, son. Like, you can be the face of Cobra Kai. You can train with me. He probably gonna really put the spell on him next year. It's like, hey, you graduate, you ain't got no job. You ain't going to college.
Yep. You ain't doing nothing.
Be better than your dad. Your dad's a bum out here. You and Tori can be the face of Cobra Kai. Y'all want to run a studio? I'm like 70 years old. I ain't gonna be here forever. I did a lot of dope and coke in the 80s. It's amazing I'm alive now. Take over for me.
You did dope and coke in the 80s.
I did the good coke. I did the real coke.
Oh man. All right, so guys, we are at time. We have given y'all tons to think about, tons of stuff to talk about. There's a whole season. Let's get in the comments. So go back and forth. Holla at me. If you think old girl from the debate team should have won, let me know. You know what I'm saying? If you think Piper was whack, let me know. If you like, yo man, or let me give y'all some food for thought. If you think that Miguel and Eli are the Ryu and Ken of this show, let me know.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I like how they opened up. It was like, I was like Street Fighter 5 up in this month. No.
Look, Dimitri might be the mental inspiration, but the hands are Eli and Miguel.
Yep.
They should give them more fight scenes together to do something.
Word out. Well, guys, with that said, I'm gonna throw it on over here. Keith, where can they find you?
Find me at www.blerd-ish.com. That's www.blerd-ish.com. New year, new events coming up. I don't know, it's getting shaky out there. I might wind up at New Orleans this weekend, Sunday. I got a pass. I was gonna be on a guest table. Might just go see the homie, Greg Burnham. I mess with him about being a graduate of that school. But he is coming down, supposedly, and I might just go holler at him. One of the dopest writers in the game, and I don't know if Marcus is coming with him too, but the Tuskegee airs. So if I do go, I'm gonna try to get you some footage. Hopefully, I get you about 5 minutes of good footage. I don't know how that works on YouTube, but it's gonna be different. Like, I ain't gonna really be all up in people's face. I might be like, "Hey, how you doing?" from afar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send some footage, so y'all might see that on this channel if I go, or you can follow me and find it on my social medias and all that good stuff.
All right, what up? Of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those places. Hit the thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, the thumbs down if you don't, but make sure to share, subscribe. Glad y'all came through and hung out with us, talk about some Cobra Kai, because that's what we do. Of course, tomorrow, we still got The Matrix coming. Happy New Year to all y'all. From us to you, we got PL Parker Lewis, we got Arcatron, and we out. Peace.
Peace.
We'll holler at y'all later. Word up.
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I would label the drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the Parker Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from Hunger Games.